Hi, Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring came out in 2001, is an adventure fantasy film directed by Peter Jackson. It is based on the novel from 1954 by J.R.R. Tolkien's. This is going to be a spoiler review, so if you haven't watched this movie, I'd recommend you watch this movie first and then come back and watch this review. And if you don't mind spoilers, stick on for that. So that's your spoiler warning. And also, I would like to say that if you haven't watched the movie, please just go and watch the film. It's one of the best movies ever created by anyone. So, yeah, I'm gonna be extremely biased about this film review. Now, as short as I can put it together, the movie's plot is basically that Bilbo Baggins give away his the ring to rule them all to Frodo Baggins, who has to destroy the ring in the Mountain of Doom in Mordor. The ring is that of Sauron, who is no more alive in person but just a big eye in this tower. And the fellowship is basically that seven people, four hobbits, a dwarf, an elf, two men. Is that seven? Four, five, six, seven, eight. That's eight. Maybe seven, eight people, including Frodo. They all have decided to help Frodo get to Mordor and destroy the ring. But the fellowship breaks when Boromir decides to take the ring for himself, and he Frodo actually has to decide that he has to separate from others and go to Mordor alone. So he and Sam also follows Frodo, and they both decide to continue their adventure to the Mountain of Doom. The other seven people are basically like three hobbits. Aragorn, the prince of Gondor, and Boromir, the prince again, another prince from Gondor. I don't know. Then Gandalf the Grey, a wizard, an elf, Legolas, and Gimli, a dwarf. These are all the people, all the fellowship, and fellowship breaks at the end of the film. So that is as short as I can put it in words too, because the movie is like 3 hours long and I can't get any more details out because it will just take me 3 hours myself to explain every single thing about this movie. I think it was a Corridor Crew video, which I'll link if that is true, where they break down the VFX and the how they shot the film, the way it is shot, and there were many VFX effects, I guess, and a lot of small scale models and clever camera tricks made just for this film, which was super cool and extremely seamless, considering the movie is like 20 years old now. So yeah, it's one of the best VFX and sets, small scale sets, and everything. It's just amazing to look at, and it's extremely seamless, as I said. The actors, they sell everything in this movie. The cast was amazing. They absolutely nailed every single cast member, and they didn't just go, yeah, fuck it, we will just use any actor. No, they chose perfect actors for each and every character. Like, if you say Frodo Baggins, I'll always think of Elijah Woods. And like, there's no way I'm going to think of anyone else. Or like Gandalf, he's always going to be Ian McKellen because it is so amazing. Also, Gandalf and what's the guy from Dumbledore? They, I used to get confused with those two in like all the time, but now I'm a lot more grown up. So yeah, that's something I just wanted to share. Because I don't think I was the only one who was confused between Gandalf and Dumbledore. Anyway, the movie is like, as I said, 3 hours long, and there are many changes done in this movie to make it more linear and like as short as possible, instead of like being one to one copy of the novels. So there are many different things, and there were some things which I didn't like understand, or they, like they didn't make sense to me. Like in the beginning of the film, when Bilbo Baggins uses the ring to vanish away, uh, Sauron doesn't know that. Like when Bilbo uses the ring, but when Frodo accidentally wears the ring in the place where he meets Aragorn, he's like Sauron immediately alerts the Nazgul people, and like why didn't they get alerted when Bilbo was wearing that? Because the two things aren't that far long. They are like a week apart, I think. So that was like one of the things, and yeah, and then there's a 3 day walk. Gandalf says the walk is 3 days through the dwarf mountain place thing, and it was shown so short that it was just like, did that, like it didn't feel like 3 days. Like they could have done something else with it, but like I don't know, it just didn't feel like 3 days. Small things like that, they can like be annoying to you, but personally I just looked past it. The moment was gone, and it was like I didn't really it doesn't really matter that much. But again, there are more scenes like Aragorn and Samwise, not Samwise, he's Sam. They are not affected by the rings. So is it like that they have pure heart, that's why they're not, you know, attracted towards the ring? Is that why they are not attracted to rings? I don't know. There are some questions unanswered, and I hate it because I want to know the answers, but you can't always get what you want. So yeah, the movie was amazing, the first film, and I really enjoyed watching it. I will definitely recommend this film, but also is that I'm gonna make 4 videos for Lord of the Rings. First video is this. The second video is the Two Towers. The third video is the King, Return of the King, and the fourth video will be all these three combined. So stick around for that. Subscribe to my channel, and yeah, that would help me out a lot. And let me know in the comment section below any other movies you want me to review, because I will consider doing it in the future. So yeah, I'll recommend this movie highly. It's one of the best films, best trilogies, or any movie series ever. So yeah, I'll recommend it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.